What's up, everybody? Comic Order 410 here. This past month I hit up a sale that was also a Neal Adams in-store signing. I already submitted the books that I had Neal signed to CBCS, so I should hopefully have those back in a couple months. But at the sale, I got my hands on this beautiful near mint copy of Crisis number 7. Classic George Perez cover. I believe this was $7.50. Found a nice copy of Ambush Bug number 1 in the dollar bin. This book isn't worth much, but if you want a nice, entertaining read, give this book a chance. I think it was decades ahead of its time. Keith Giffen did a great job on that book. Very underrated character. Found a Mike Mignola Hellboy cover that I was missing. Dark Horse Presents number 88. Beautiful cover. Got some Goon books I needed in the discount bin. I think these were $1 to $2. Got the Buzzard miniseries number 1. That's the Eric Powell cover. And I was super stoked to get my hands on this variant. It's by one of my all-time favorites, Richard Corbin. Beautiful, beautiful cover. Grabbed this for $1. This is the Marvel Guide to Collecting Comics from the 80s. And every time I see this, it's pretty much beat to hell because even the cover stock is newspaper print. So when I saw this nice copy for $1, wasn't going to pass it up. Has a gorgeous Walt Simonson cover on it. Got a really, really great deal on these next 3 books. They're what I would consider under the radar a bit. Not many people care about books like this right now. But I was a big fan of the Underdog cartoon series as a kid. So I grabbed up this Gold Key Underdog number 1 for a few bucks. And it's in great shape. Way under Overstreet value, which the Overstreet guide prices can get outdated very quickly, but these were even far below that. Got my hands on Gold Key, the Addams Family number 1 and number 2. Also really liked that show as a kid, still do. Saw this nice copy of Kamandi number 1. And it was $7 or $8, so I was not going to leave it there for that. It's probably about a VF copy. Gorgeous classic Kirby cover. One of my favorites of his. And my good friend Why Not Art pointed out to me that these books are very much under the radar. For a long time I was under the impression that Maze Agency from Comico was Adam Hughes' first published artwork. And it is by any type of known publisher, really. But this predates Maze Agency by not quite a year. But Adventure Comics Deathhawk number 1 has these great Dave Dorman covers, but Adam Hughes did the interior of issue number 1 and 2, and you can usually find these for about $3 to $5. So big thank you to Tony for pointing this out to me. And myself and Tom Ryan both went out and found this book for like $3 to $5 each. That's Deathhawk number 1. And number 2, another gorgeous cover. I'm sorry, that's number 3. This is the issue that Hughes didn't work on. And there's number 2 with yet another gorgeous Dave Dorman cover. So, for Adam Hughes fans, those are books you might want to look for. They cost next to nothing. Got this at my Polish shop. It's Predator vs. Magnus Robot Fighter number 1. I already have this miniseries, but this copy's signed by Lee Weeks. And they gave it to me for $3. So, snatched that up. Did a trade with my good buddy Nate. He had some doubles, and I looked through them and found 2 books that I wanted. And he got a first appearance of Deadshot for me, and a couple other books that were worth a few bucks I threw in. But I got this Silver Surfer 44, which is the first Infinity Gauntlet. Did not have that, so thank you, Nate. And got this retailer incentive variant to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2. This is a pretty tough variant to come by. Somehow when it came out, Nate got 2 copies for about cover price. He said they were under $10 definitely. And I recently saw a 9.8 copy of this variant sell for $300 on eBay. So I was happy to get my hands on that. I already have the variant to number 1. So thank you for that trade, Nate. Appreciate it, buddy. I got all the Venomized variants this month except the Kingpin one, which I'm going to look for at a small show I'm going to in a couple weeks. But I'm not going to make you guys sit through all those. But I'm sure a lot of you bought these Joe Jusko corner box variants. I was stoked to see him because I'm a big fan of Joe Jusko. His painted work is utterly amazing. I've been a fan of his since I discovered his work in the 80s as a child on Savage Sword of Conan covers. And I was really excited when Marvel announced they were going to do these old school, they called them the corner box variants, because those of you who know that, back in the day, the corner boxes where the price was used to have character heads or character art in them. And so Joe Jusko did these variants as an homage to that, and the paintings are gorgeous. This is the Avengers 4 variant with Vision, Uncanny Avengers 20 with Cable, Black Panther number 11, Steve Rogers Captain America number 11. My shop was nice enough to give all these to me for cover price because I asked for them ahead of time. My pull list shop takes great care of me. This is the Deadpool 26 Jusko variant, Captain Marvel number 2, beautiful painting, Champions number 5 with Cyclops. And I like how he's using the 80s era costumes because those are most likely my favorite. I guess the Captain Marvel was modern, but on most of them it's throwback. And Daredevil 17, Doctor Strange 17. This is maybe my favorite of the bunch. I saw this solicited before it even came out and I lost my mind. Guardians of the Galaxy 17. And what Jusko did with this, you can kind of see it faintly down the bottom. He did Mike Mignola's version of Rocket Raccoon, John Byrne's 80s version of Star-Lord, and then the classic version of Groot by Jack Kirby. What a cover homage. Love that one. Inhumans vs. X-Men number 4. His Namor cover turned out beautifully. It's another one I really, really like. Invincible Iron Man number 4. Spider-Gwen number 17. Amazing Spider-Man number 24. Thanos number 4. Mighty Thor number 16. Ultimates 2 number 4 with Silver Surfer. And Venom number 4. I still need 3 more of these. I need the Punisher one, the Hulk, and Nova, and then I'll have them all. So, gonna look for those as well at that small convention. Real quick, got this beautiful Neal Adams 2016 sketchbook at his signing, and I'm really happy to see that Neal's starting to do sketchbooks. I believe this was like $30. It wasn't cheap, but it's Neal Adams. He did sign it on the inside for me, which most of the time he'll charge you $20 or $30 for his signature. So, was happy to get this, and when I saw the cover was Conan, I had to snatch it up. There's really some beautiful artwork in there. And purchased this off my good buddy Evan Leahy. This is the Marvel Super Special Empire Strikes Back, and this is considered by many to be the first appearance of Boba Fett, and now I have both, but he gave me a really fair deal on this book for the condition it's in, so thank you once again, Evan. I'm always happy when we trade or do business. And last up, got some variants from my shop, and they hooked me up for cover price, which I've really appreciated. Got this on my pull list. This is the variant to Slayer Repentless number 1 by Eric Powell. Great cover. Got one of the variants to Darth Maul number 1. I think I also have the photo cover. I don't know where I put it though. Gave me this classic incentive variant for cover price. It's Daredevil 15 by Neal Adams. Great cover, Daredevil and Bullseye. Got this, I think this is Marko Djurjevic, but this is the variant to Iron Fist number 27. I think it's a really underrated cover. Doesn't go for much. They gave me this for cover price. Beautiful variant. And then a month or two ago, Marvel was doing a sale to retailers on their overstock of incentive variants, and they were giving them the incentive variants at the cost of a regular book. So they let me go to the computer and pick out the ones I wanted, and they ordered them for me and gave them all to me for cover price. And I just love my pull list shop. They go above and beyond for me, and I thought that was really cool of him. Got this Jenny Frison Astonishing Ant-Man variant to number 10. with his beautiful Psylocke cover. And I told him to order a couple because I see that book go for 15 or 20 bucks elsewhere. Got this beautiful Del Otto variant to Amazing Spider-Man 17.1. Got the Art Adams variant to X-Men 600. Sorry. And this is the Ed McGuinness variant to Uncanny X-Men 600. This is a beautiful wraparound with the X-Men in their 80s era costumes. And I think cover price on this is, yeah, it's $6. You can find this book even on eBay for $6 or $7. I think it's really undervalued and a beautiful cover for you X-Men fans. You should look for it. This was a 1 in 25, and I got it for cover price. Avengers number 44, this beautiful Tony Harris cover. Always love his artwork. And last but not least, I missed this variant. I have all the Miracle Man reprints Marvel did, and a lot of the variants, but I did not get the variant to annual number 1. And this variant is very cool to me because it's by Bone creator Jeff Smith. So I was very happy to get my hands on that as well. My shop took good care of me. Everyone, as always, appreciate your time and appreciate you stopping by. Take care of yourselves and enjoy your comic books.